It's not too bad. Oh, okay. Let's see. Whoa. It's not too bad. Hi, everyone. I'm just getting my links at the top of the chat. Hi, Jack. I do have buzzing noises. Do you still hear it? Because my neighbor was outside making some noise. Was that me or was that him? Tell me, Jack. Hi, Leslie. Tell me where you're writing from, please. I have a hard time remembering. I'm just putting my links at the top for everybody. Hey, Daryl. Good morning. We'll talk about Marietta, Georgia. Thank you. I'm going to write down all of my states today. My neighbors have... Hi, Steve. I am live streaming, actually. You want to come over and say hi? Okay. Your daughter did last week. She did. She made an appearance. Yeah, for like 4 days. Yeah. She's doing okay. She's, she's going downhill, unfortunately. That's what happens when you get over 85. Anyway, I was just talking to my neighbor, Steve, who is the father of Zachary, our beloved Zachary, and now Sevi. I have a California brown towhee right in my garden. I was just trying to, good morning, Denise. Can you remind me where you are? South Korea. My goodness, Steve, we have someone here from South Korea. Yeah, very cool. I would like to just give a shout out to Patrick Marquis from South Korea. And Patrick, my neighbor, worked in South Korea. He's first generation American, but his parents both came from Korea. And for the first 4 years that he lived here, he worked there and came home once a month. So now we get to see a little bit more of him. But are your plans still the same, Steve? Are you going to San Francisco? That's the plan. Okay, so what was I doing? Denise, remind me where you are. Yes, Jack is our young moderator who's on. And young people are so tech savvy, much more than me these days. So I called upon Jack to be our moderator, unless I hear from Patty or Angie, or let's see, who else? I forget who all I've made moderators. Marcus Simonson. Marcus, you've just found my channel and you love it. And where are you writing from, Marcus? I'm keeping track of all my countries. I have a feeling you're from another country. New Jersey. We love New Jersey. New Jersey is one of our most beautiful states. Yes. Oh, that's right, Denise. Denise is my new friend. who is a good friend of Daryl's, who is online. And if anyone is just joining me, go ahead and hit that like button. I only have 2 of these, and I have 21 people. So can you go ahead and hit the like button? And if you're on mobile, I'm told you have to get off the live chat for a second, hit the like button, and then get back on. So please let me see that number go up. And Maggie, hello. Thank you for joining me. And it's James from St. Louis, Sweden. Oh my goodness, we did not have Sweden last week. And I am adding Sweden to my foreign countries list. I have something sticky on my hand. Gosh, I have a lot to go over today, but the main reason that I thought about not doing this because I didn't have anything earth-shattering to say, but I thought, this is such a great time to catch a lot of my people in foreign countries because, later in the day it is the middle of the night where you are. So I'm hoping that a few can check in. Last week, we had Slovenia, Malaysia, Indonesia, Netherlands, Ireland, Japan, UK, Australia, Oman, Philippines, and Bosnia. Today we have Sweden and hey, Happy, sorry for the no notice. I literally was in bed an hour ago and I thought, oh, it's so quiet and peaceful. I think I just want to stay put for a little while. And then I thought, this is such a perfect opportunity. It's not a great opportunity for a lot of people in this country because many of them are in church. And it's really hard to get a 2-hour or 1-hour slot in Sunday morning. I mean, I I have to wait till the sun is up. And anyway, it's chilly. I don't know what the weather is where you are, but it's about, let's see, it's about 59 degrees. And I remember last week I sat out here with just a little shawl, and by the time I had sat here for 2 hours, I was rather frozen. Canada and Food Time, you've been with me for a very long time, and I really, really appreciate that. And I actually think we had Canada last week, and I didn't put that. And Adam is from Canada also, and I think I didn't put it on last week. Thank you for joining me, Adam. Jack, I have a lot of... John is in the country of Colorado. I know, Maggie. This is why, Maggie, remind me where you are. This is why I wanted to do this, because this time on Sunday morning, first of all, is the most quiet time in my garden. And because today we've been having this socked in cloudy mornings, June gloomy mornings, and the Cessnas do not roll out of Santa Monica Airport to go sightseeing. They fly right overhead, and they don't come out of the hangars over in Santa Monica Airport to go sightseeing or flying lessons when it's cloudy like this. So it could not be quieter in my neighborhood. Plus, the fog layer or whatever this is kind of muffles the jets going into LAX. So this couldn't be a quieter time to share, to be out in the garden and to talk to you directly. Aurora, Colorado, yes. Kuwait, wow. Let's see, Mohammed is in Kuwait. That is amazing. I don't know if we've had anybody from Kuwait before. That's fantastic. Good morning, Felice. Felice has just joined us, everyone. So we have a couple of people on the chat right now who have been in recent videos of mine. So if you have questions for them, now's a great time. Daryl is online, and if you're following my channel recently, you know that my last 2 videos were filmed in Tennessee last weekend. with Daryl Luck at his fabulous property in Tennessee. 38 acres, mostly wooded. He's got a creek. He's building a pond. He grows massive gourds, and he has a bamboo forest. So many interesting things that you don't hear about on this channel very often. So make sure you go and watch Daryl, the videos I did at Daryl's. And tomorrow morning, I will have the conclusion, part 3, the morel, the hunt for morels in the forest. And it's a long video, and this is a perfect opportunity to talk about ads. Thank you, Adam. It is so peaceful right now, Maggie. Bakersfield. I knew that. And Felice, let me just quickly mention, and Felice, who is online, is participating in a pie contest at UCLA today, which is put on by one of the local TV or radio stations. And so she has submitted these very unusual, well, one of her pies fits into this new category of Levantine. And if anybody is interested in knowing what that is, it's a savory pie division. I'm sure she can explain it. And she has another savory pie. And so my plan is, after my comedy workshop, thank you, John. John decided it's a good time for a super chat. And if anybody else wants to make a donation, it really helps my channel. Yes, YouTube takes a little chunk of that, but it encourages other people to donate, and I am going to be depending. I know I say this all the time, but I'm going to be depending on your support going forward. So everything that you can donate helps. The most important way you could donate is by a monthly donation and being a patron, because then I can plan. I know what money I have to spend. I have adopted major austerity measures in the last few months, and I'm doing all of my own videos start to finish now, including the sound. I'm not happy about that, but I just, you could get 11,000 views on a video and not make back $100 over the course of 6 months. So that's why it's so hard to make money on YouTube, and we can do a whole live stream on that if anybody is interested. Hey, William is here, and Adam is asking me, what do I grow in my garden? Well, Adam, I know you're new to my channel, so just if you go back and you just watch a few of my garden vlogs, you will see that I have a huge variety of major biodiversity in my tiny little front yard. And I also grow a lot of plants in containers on the driveway, in the back deck, in planters in the back. But just to name a few, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Off the top of my head, 16 17, 18 fruit trees. I've got citrus, of course, because that grows really well where we are. So I have a calamondin lime, I have a kefir lime, I have a kishu mandarin. Those are all young and in pots. But my mature plants are Meyer lemon, Valencia orange, and most especially pineapple guava and olives. Oh, I know, Happy. It's just, I saw on the news that some people are having snow, and I just thought, are you kidding me? Enough with the snow. You guys need to get out in the garden and get going. I'm way ahead of you. Happy is encouraging everyone to hit the thumbs up. We need about 12 more of those. Janice, by the way, I say Janice. Is it Janice or Janice? Where's the pronunciation on that vowel? I'm a big grammar nut. And Afi is here from either Malaysia or Indonesia, I think. Am I right? And quality of life, yay! And that's fantastic. And quality, tell me, Afi, I was right about that. Quality, remind us where you are. And okay, so let's see. Okay, Jack is trying to do a super chat. Anybody wants to hit that little um, dollar sign down at the bottom and give a super chat? Everything helps to support this channel, and I really appreciate it. It will be very important going forward for me to have a lot more support because I'm in a position now where I don't have the luxury, as I have in the past 7 years, of working 40 to 60 hours a week on my garden and the channel. Because working on a channel, someone suggested, this is funny, someone suggested in one of, in a comment under one of Daryl's videos, Daryl should have his own YouTube channel. And I had to laugh out loud now that I know Daryl, because this is a guy who's getting up, he's moving concrete, heavy, you know, boulders and gravel and building bridges and planting a garden and big scale projects, maintaining a bamboo forest. And I said, there's no way this guy is going to sit in front of the computer for 30 to 40 hours a week. That's not who this guy is. And guess what, folks? If you want to have a successful YouTube channel, you are going to be spending at the minimum 20 hours a week in front of the computer, and probably much more, because it's not just, you have to shoot, you have to plan. First of all, you have to plan the videos. What am I going to do this week? What do I want to reveal? My channel is more documentary, um, in terms of, I document what's going on in my garden, and I just get excited when I walk out the door, and because I'm a photographer anyway, I just grab the camera and I try to capture everything from diseases to bugs. And that's to answer someone's question, who asked me, what do I grow? Or Adam, I think it was Adam. Hey, Eric, wait, I lost you. I just saw Double Dog Farm just checked in. Okay, Janice, I said it 2 ways. Washington State, yes. Oh, snow. William in Phoenix. William, you're in Phoenix, right? His garden is busting at the seams. This is prime time. Hey, Maddie. And Maddie is writing from, I know this, but you're going to have to remind me, Maddie. Cool Cucumbers, thank you. Remind me where you are, Cool Cucumbers. Let's see. Hold on a second, folks. I'm going to try to, somebody asked me a question. Hey, Yavincia, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. Everybody, we've got 30 people online and we've only got 25 of these. So could you hit that, and feel free to hit that dollar sign at the bottom if you'd like to make a donation. Maddie, remind me where you are in Cool Cucumbers also. Okay, so thank you. Who is that? That's right, a quality of life. You know, you get, and I love that quality. I don't know how you came up with that. It's sort of like a cross between the koala bear, which does not live in Washington State, and the quality of life. Southern Central Washington. Patrick would like to know if there are any plants that I have no confidence in planting. I love to try new things. I have run out of room, basically, for trying new things. I wish I had more space, but I don't. And the only thing that is has stopped me from planting some things is mildew. It's labor intensive. Yes, I can grow them. Yes, I can grow squash and cucumbers. I might get a half dozen after copious amounts of time and effort. And so I just don't. I'm just not bothering anymore. I went to great lengths to try to find hybrid squash that were resistant, and cucumbers that were resistant to downy mildew anyway. They were developed in Georgia, I think, at a university farm or something. But I wound up with like 3 or 4, and it's a lot of work to constantly be spraying them with something. So things that get mildew and things that are big, I don't plant anymore, Patrick, because my perennials, if you were here from the beginning, or maybe I answered your question, I have at least 19 fruit trees in this tiny front yard. Some are big, some are small. So as they get bigger, they just crowd out the light. Daryl, I don't know who that is. Pranks, I would think Pranks wouldn't take. Did you see those? Right, those hummingbirds were right there. Did you see that? You'll have to scroll back later. Wow, Haffy, that's fantastic. That may be something I have to do, John. I don't know. I like being able to look out my window and see my garden. And I like to be able to just walk out and sit in my garden, have a cup of tea, and think about what I want to do, rather than, you know, you have to, when you have when you have an allotment or a community garden plot, you have to think, okay, you have to think at your house, what is everything that I need to do over there? You have to take everything with you. You have to be there an allotted amount of time. Sometimes you may have to get in the car and drive there, most of the time. So, I even found that when I put some tomato plants at two neighbors, like half a block down, that I wasn't there all the time, and they didn't get the care they needed. Let's see. Hey, Travis, thanks for checking in. Go ahead and hit that like button. We dropped a couple of people. Thank you. Thank you. I'll have tea, but thank you. Thank you, John. Yes, I feel guilty that I'm not watching your videos, William. I'm in over my head over here. 8 miles is not too bad. Let's see. I don't. There is one. Yes, it did, Jack. I see it. Thank you. Anybody who is just tuning in, if you scroll to the top of the chat window, you will see my links there. If you care to support my channel in a more direct way, either through my PayPal link, you can also subscribe to my website. You can also, this doesn't look right because this is not underlined. I wonder why. Let me see. There we go. This is the information link for my essential oils. If anybody has been thinking about getting into essential oils, either in using them or in distributing them. I am a distributor for Young Living, and today's featured oil is Valor. Valor is another name for courage, obviously, and I'm going to need a lot of courage going forward, especially if I have to sell my house, which is likely. And someone that I was talking to that walked by yesterday, Valor, hit that Marketing Sense link, and just go there and put your name and your email in there and look around and check out the products. I mean, you won't find a better quality essential oil company on the planet. That's fantastic, Jack. Be my rep in Maryland. I would be thrilled if you hooked me up. Alexander, where are you writing from? I don't recognize your name. And I'm keeping track of all my countries. If you're in this country or another country, please let me know. And it takes years to grow a fruit tree. It really does. And you can buy a tree in a 5-gallon pot at a nursery, and it is possible that that tree will produce fruit the first year. If you're in a citrus climate, if you're in a climate for growing citrus, obviously. If you're trying to grow citrus in a cold place and you've got it inside and in a pot, I can't comment on that. I know that a lot of people have trouble getting fruit off trees like that. But my trees, generally, the trees that I've bought, the orange tree took probably, it had a few oranges on it the first 2 or 3 years. But I mean, I bought a big tree. It probably was in a 10-gallon pot, and it did not really start kicking butt until last year. So it's taken about 5 years, and it's right there. No, it's kind of light, but you can still see some oranges on the tree, and it's loaded with flowers. Thank you, Eric. Oh, can you give Barley a big hug for me? Eric, you must have loved Daryl's dog. I fell in love with that dog. Daryl has the absolute coolest dog. I don't know if you saw it, everybody that's seen the second video you have to watch the end. Well, you got to watch the whole thing. Let the ads play. That's how we make a few pennies, you know. If you're new to YouTube, all those ads that are in our videos, I would prefer to have none. I would prefer to just have content, but that's not the way YouTube works. YouTube works, you know, the way it works is they dole out like 3 or 4 pennies if you don't skip the ads. If you skip the ads, we get nothing. Most people don't know that. So Bosnia is here, and I am checking you off. You see, this is my list from last week. So I've just checked you off. I just want to see who's here. I am a teacher at heart. I want to see who's here from last week. And we have Malaysia and Bosnia and Canada. And actually Sweden was a new addition for this week. And we have Kuwait. And I hope you're still with us, Kuwait. And Ray's Dorset allotment is checking in from the UK. So I am checking off UK. Thank you. No, citrus is not great in the UK. So I'm lucky. Let's see. Long Beach, California. Now, make sure, you know, your name does not sound familiar to me, and I'm glad you tuned in. You know, I have a bunch of friends in Long Beach, and they're really active in the crop swap. They're active in the Parkway Garden projects, and they're very active on Instagram. So So make sure you connect with all those guys down there because it's a really great community. Newbie here from UK, fantastic raise. I was thinking that you were with me last week. And maybe it was a different name, but I thought we chatted last week. But if you are brand new to my channel, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're on mobile, you'll have to maybe get off mobile and get back on to hit the like button. And Patrick, I can't say that Patrick is asking me if I am doing more permaculture. And hold on a second. It's possible, William, and we can talk more about that. And I don't know. I have no idea. Everything's up in the air. Obviously, you've missed the last few live streams because we've been talking about this. No, you haven't. You've been here. I don't know. I don't know how. Yeah, it's very possible. I'm not happy about it at all. New Jersey is in the house. Well, you know, Trudy, somebody else from New Jersey beat you to it. So you're going to have to be a little bit more on the ball. No, I'm kidding. I did not promote this at all. I just decided at 7 a.m. when I'm laying there in bed and it was so nice and quiet, and I thought, no, I'm gonna do it. So I just threw it all together. Yes, that's what I thought, Ray. Look at that. I just want to give a shout out, everybody, to Jack Rudden. I hope I'm saying that right, Jack. He is a teenager, and just look at what he just said that he planted. I mean, he is a very aggressive, passionate young gardener, and we want to encourage all of these young people that we can because they are the future of healthy food in this country. Beeper, beeper, beeper. Found my channel this week in UK and London, and you know, I have a very close friend in London. Did you, beeper, beeper, have you watched my UK videos? That's the question I have for you. I did 16 videos in 2017, and I did 2 allotments in London, and then I went all over. So I hope you'll go back. If you haven't already, go back, scroll down from my homepage and find that Europe Gardens playlist. And yeah, okay. Wait, there are 2 people here from Malaysia. I've already got Malaysia checked, but thank you. Wait, where'd that go? Zaitan Abdullah is checking in from Malaysia, and we have one other person watching from Malaysia so far. So everyone is welcome to my channel. Let's see. Yeah, that's the thing, John. If Jack becomes a YouTube creator, then that's going to take. He's also in school, remember? So school comes first. You got to get your education and work in your gardening when you can. And then if he's trying to do a channel, I'm telling you, anybody who's got an active channel, it takes hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And even if I don't spend a dime making a video, that is 8 hours. You know, I spent 7 hours editing part 1 of the Tennessee video. So that's 7 hours of my time that I was not earning income. So I've got to really change that. And that's a perfect segue. Hi, Tiffany. Tiffany is checking in from Washington State, I presume. Yeah. That's right, Jack. Yes, 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 everybody, pay attention. Jack works for the National Weather Service, and there's no time for a channel. He is very, very interested in weather, and he's always sending me extreme weather event announcements from Maryland, of which there are a lot. Um, anyway, I wanted to tell you about some good news. Um, some potential good news. Well, it's good news regardless because somebody finally found me. And I got an email this week from a production company in New York. They have a slate of 24 shows that they produce for different networks, all nonfiction, for the Food Network, Travel Channel, et cetera, et cetera. And they found my channel and they are interested in talking to me about developing my own show. And I have been praying for this for 6 years. So if this actually turns into what I would like for it to turn into, this could be the answer to my prayers. So everybody hold a thought for me, please hold a thought for me that that works out. Um, that's okay, Alexander, but just tell me where you're from because I missed that. Yeah, yeah, I know, Trudy. I mean, please hold it in your thoughts and prayers that I can make something happen. Uh, and the humming, if you see that little thing right, well, I can show you. That is the hummingbird feeder right there. So they're going to be all around. They don't appreciate me being here. I can tell you that right now. And it feels like they're going to dive bomb my head, but they have never done that. They've never made contact. The mic hum is back. Okay. I don't know what's causing that, but you know, I have another mic. And thank you for telling me. I bought a more expensive one and a less expensive one, but I didn't mark them, so I don't know which is which. All right. Oops. So tell me what you think about that, Eric. It so totally would. I mean, I hope I didn't put this guy off right off the bat because I wrote him back and I said, I've just looked at your slate of shows and you need me. You are missing out on 50% of the population of this country with your lineup, and you need a woman like me on your lineup. So we'll see. You know, I'm not sure I was supposed to be so bold, but it's true. Let's see. I have a mic on. Thank you for Daryl for pointing that out. And it probably is fine, but I do hear jets, and if anybody goes down the street, it's much better to have this. But how does this sound? Okay, Jack says it's much better. Okay, I'm going to trash that other microphone because that's just not acceptable. Okay, right, Haffy. I mean, they need to know what they're dealing with. I know what I'm doing, and I know my stuff, and I know my strengths, and this is just exactly what I need. In fact, when I started, I said I was going to be the Huell Hefner. Why did I say that? Um, Huell Huell Hauser of organic gardening. And, I don't know if you know why I'm laughing, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Huell Hauser was a fixture on PBS for 25 years in California. He had a show called California Gold. You can probably still see it. And he would travel all around and find the most interesting people doing the most interesting things. And it could have been anything. It could have been old movie stars or I remember one where he went to the best um, bra store in Southern California, and these women really knew their stuff. You go into a department store and or any of these malls with these lingerie stores, like I did when I was in Tennessee. Wow, was that a mistake? Anyway, and you go in and they get you all fitted and everything, and you think, oh well, you look good. It looks good in your clothes. It looks good. And then an hour later, these wires are like digging into your side, and you're going, oh God, can't they make a bra that's comfortable, that has support? You probably didn't expect to be hearing about that this morning, did you? Um, Plantomaniac, collecting all sorts of fruit trees and vegetables. Well, how much space do you actually have to plant? Um, Thank you, Food Time. And can you remind me of your name? Because I just, remember your channel name. Um, if you're asking me, Garage Greenhouse, which I think is Travis, right? Um, I have a loquat, but I don't know if it's a Japanese loquat, to tell you the truth. Um, oh God. Yes, the commercial break will be for this bra store that I went into in Nashville. Oh God. Yes, Tiffany. Oh, it's just 50% of the population has to deal with this problem. So, oh man. Mm. So, okay, so I told you about my potential good news, and it truly is the answer to. Okay, how many countries do we still have on? I want to know who dropped out. We have 37 likes and 28 people online. So, 9 of you dropped out. Angelina Musalar, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Where are you writing from? Yes, Blue Moon is here, and I can rely on you, Blue Moon. No, Daryl, it never worked. That never worked. Okay. Laura, I knew that. I knew that. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Jack. You guys we're going to say bye to Jack. Jack, check back in if you get back in time. I have a hard out of, let's see. I have a hard out at 9:30 my time. So that's 45 more minutes. 3,000 square feet. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is just amazing. Arizona, wonderful. Are you in the valley, as they say when you live in Phoenix? Um, oh my God, Patrick is still here in Korea at 12:45 a.m. and I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. Staying up so late. Um, let's see. What did I want to point out? Oh, what's coming up? Just so you know, especially for our new people, make sure all of you new people have hit that bell for notifications. Um, new subscribers, hit that bell for notifications so you see what's coming up. And I finally did a video. First of all, tomorrow will be part 3 of my trip to Tennessee with Daryl, where we go on the hunt for morels in the forest. I don't know where Casa Grande is, actually. And I know you're in Canada, Laura. Ray, you missed it. You missed it. We did a whole review on push-up bras and you missed it. So that's your fault. You're gonna have to watch the replay, okay? No, I'm kidding. We didn't do that. Oh, Richard. Richard, you are the only person I gave a heads up. I just have to say, I gave you a heads up last night under a comment. I said, are you around for a live stream in the morning? And I didn't hear back from you. So I thought, nah, probably not. Okay. So what's coming up? First of all, I have the walk through the woods with Daryl and my friend Guy. And you're gonna first of all, you're gonna enjoy and appreciate this forest because it's a healthy forest and it's a whole ecosystem. And we are walking through the forest, and I am filming as we're walking. So yes, it is this, and the wind is blowing on the microphone and all of that. But you're going to hear the nature sounds. You're going to hear some discussion. You're going to see a discovery or 2 or 3 or 4. And so I really hope you watch it. Stick through those ads because this thing is close to 30 minutes long. And I will probably put 2 ads inside it because, believe it or not, on a 30-minute video, you are entitled to put 1 in the beginning, 1 in the end, and 2 in the middle. I mean, you can put more, but I mean, YouTube says per every 10 minutes or so that you can put an ad. Okay. So I never put 1 at the end because I figure people are long gone by then. No, not long gone, but gone. And so you figure, okay, if people sit through that first ad, I make 4 pennies, right? But if they sit through 2 more, then that means I make 12 cents. Triple. So please just put up with it because it is the way that we make money. Not a lot of money. Oh, you did? Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you, Ray. Let's see. You know, you've got a good point there, Ray. You've got a very good point there. What do you mean, Patrick? All of my videos are edited. When you're shooting on a camera, every clip has to be put together into a video. If you are saying that you prefer my live streams when I'm just sitting here talking to you, then I understand what you mean. But otherwise, every video on YouTube has some amount of editing. And I don't, I have stopped with my sound editor. I haven't actually officially told her that, but I can't afford it. So until things improve greatly. Hey there, City Homestead. You know what? Hey, JF. Yeah. Can I have Sophia for just a minute? No, because she's going to school and we're late. Oh, shoot. No, I won't be on afterwards. I'm live and it's all right. No worries. I just wanted you guys to see Sophia because she was in a number of my videos in season 1 of Late Bloomer. And she has grown up so much. Okay. Yeah, I guess. Ooh, that sounds good, Ray. I wish I could. If you're a Star Trek fan, I wish I could no, no, not Star Trek. Yes, I wish you could beam me up, and I could be there. That would be so much fun. Good morning, Backyard Eden from East Texas. Um, who are we talking about, Haffy? Are you talking about Sophia? She is so cute and bright, very, very bright. Okay, so that's what's coming up tomorrow is part 3 of us walking through the woods, and I hope you'll watch that. And yeah, she is cute. And then on Thursday, I shot a Thursday workday video last Thursday, which I'll have Thursday. And then I finally made a video about how I make my green juice. And I hope that you'll watch it. And it's interesting because I did a morning harvest first as part of the video, and then I made the juice, showed you how I make my juice. So this is what it looks like. I haven't had any yet this morning, and it is very, very, very strong because I grew a lot of celery this year, and I put all the celery tops in there. So I've got a little honey. Mm. Oh. Oh, Backyard Eden, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Backyard Eden, go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already. Daryl, if you're still there, I just wanted to show you that the stevia lives. Daryl gave me 2 of these. One was a little spoon tomato, and I put them in a Ziploc bag, and I just set them in the top of my backpack on the plane, and put it under the seat, and it got home okay. No, it didn't get home okay. What am I saying? I put them in the window of my car. It was totally cloudy and cold, very cold in Tennessee. And I just thought, well, rather than carrying them around in my backpack, I'm going to just set them in the back window of my car. And so I was inside at my mother's assisted living, and we were in there for hours, and the sun came out and the temperature, obviously, in that black car, why they make cars black is beyond me. Especially interiors. It's just beyond me. I don't understand black interiors. I came back out, and that little spoon tomato was like shriveled up, and it did not make it. Oh, good to know, Daryl. Yeah, Daryl, Gramps Memo 1 is, just call him Richard. So much easier. Why did you change it? I don't know why you changed that. It was so easy to remember before. What else is coming up? Yeah, so that's that. And then this afternoon, I am going to this pie eating contest. It's not a pie eating contest. It's a pie cooking contest. And they're going to have Felice. I don't know if Felice is still there. She may have had to take off by now. By the way, I want everybody that's on this chat, and well, we only have 29 people here at the moment, but I want everyone to go to these videos which need more views, please. The second video I did with Felice, making gnocchi from scratch. It is a beautiful cooking video, and watching her hands make that dough is just, I think it's mesmerizing. No, we didn't pull any ingredients out of the garden for that, but we did for the salad and the salad dressing. And I need 1,000 more views on that video. It didn't do as well as the first video, the nasturtium pesto. So please go and watch that video if you haven't already, or watch it again. And I want you to watch Daryl's part 2 video, because that has not gotten the number of views that I need. I'm hoping it picks up a lot of views today on Sunday. It's fascinating because they have this
discussion about forestry and bamboo and invasive species, and it's very educational and entertaining, which is what I like to do. Hi, Yvonne. And oh, you're driving me crazy, Eric. Ugh. How many are you serving with your pancakes? How many do you have to make? Let's see. I know, Happy. It's hard. It's hard, and I appreciate you doing that. So that's one. Making gnocchi needs more views, and then part two of Daryl's, because I need that. And then there was a couple more. Basically, what and for creators, basically what you want is to get 10%. Say 10% of your number of subscribers. You should be getting that on every video. And if you're not, well, hi, I'm not going to bother you. And if you're not, I mean, if I'm not, I feel like I failed. And I work so hard on every single video, and I try to think what is interesting, who is interesting, what kind of story is interesting, what's interesting about my garden right now, how can I tell the story better, how can I add more shots to tell the story better, what shots are missing. As a filmmaker, and somebody, let's see, I think it was Patrick was saying that he preferred my live streams better. Well, Patrick, I am doing live streams now, so you will get to enjoy those as well. And I really enjoy the interaction with everybody. Thank you, Richard. Yeah, I don't know how you can. Happy, I don't know how you're doing that and still have a channel. I don't know how you're doing that. Trudy, are you talking about my cooking videos? Oh, John. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. What was I saying? Oh, darn it. I lost my train of thought. Can anybody remember what I was saying? Silence. I don't know. Portia, it's interesting you should say that, because one time I suggested to one of my good Arizona. Hey, Zachary. Hey, can you come over and say hi real quick? Okay. Oh, good. You're not going to get to see much more of this kid, so I'm going to get him every chance I can. Denise, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Ooh, William. Okay. Is that wait, William, you want to see Zachary before you go. What happened? What? Did you get scratched? Nope. Okay, come here. Say hi. Hi. Say hi to everybody. What are these cool glasses you're wearing? Are those your glasses, or those sports glasses?
These are my sports glasses.
Oh, but they're real glasses, but you wear them for sports?
Yes.
And I see you're wearing baseball clothing.
Yep.
You want to play baseball now?
I'm going to church first, then I go to baseball.
You're wearing your baseball clothes to church.
Yep.
So you'll be ready to go straight to practice.
Yep.
Yeah, you have a game or do you have practice?
I have a game.
And what position do you play?
We get a new position every game.
You get you change positions?
Yeah, you change positions every game.
Every game. Oh, okay. So do you know what you're doing today?
No.
Okay. Well, listen, just say hi to everybody. We have somebody from South Korea watching. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Patrick. I think it was, no, not Patrick. Wait, somebody's from South Korea. All right. Well, thanks for stopping in.
Okay.
You have a great day. Okay.
Welcome.
All right. See you later.
Yeah.
Okay. It's weird because when you sit back here, it gets dark. Oh, his face was dark. Darn it. Okay. All right. Let's see. City homestead. What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. I know he got so big. Really? I didn't. Is that some kind of a rule? I didn't know that because he's not the first one. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, Patrick, I'll show him that later. He just left. Yes, he has been on before. So's his sister. Apparently they have new rules now, and other homesteaders who have children in the videos can no longer have comments. Oh. Well, they've always had a policy about minors, but oh, William, good to know. Yes, I have somebody filtering comments, so yes, Portia, right, exactly. It's stupid. Oh, okay. Huh. Which message is held for review? Yes, exactly, Patrick. Okay, well, that's all very interesting, and I actually City Homestead am glad you brought that to my attention. I did not know that. Okay, what else? I could just talk about a little bit about what's going on. Somebody asked me earlier, what am I growing? And I'm so sorry. That was a question from a long time ago. I am growing the perennials that have been growing for a while. Some have been growing for years, some just since last year. I have one thing that's promising, but it has not put up a stalk, a flower stalk, is my artichoke. And I thought in the beginning, I thought I don't have room for an artichoke in this garden. Are you kidding me? But when Patty was here, she gave me a little plant. I don't know if you remember, but it was like, I think it was about like that in a little 4-inch pot. And I kept it in a pot for a while to see if it was going to make it. And all of hers wound up dying. And when it got big enough, I think it was about that big, I planted it over there in the garden. Right there, you can see a few of the leaves, I think, right there. Yeah, those are the leaves of the artichoke. And it's that tall. It's this tall. And there's a lot of pushing up from the center, and I'm just hoping one of those things is going to be a flower stalk, but so far it's just been leaves. Oh, William, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and have a great day. And I'm growing in terms of flowers. I've got Cerenth, I've got a lot of snapdragons. Some of them got this horrible, nasty fungus and died, but it seems like it's been arrested. And I still have a number of other snapdragons The amaryllis bulbs we planted last year when my friend Dottie was here, that was a video. Plant a climbing rose. I think we did 2 videos, and she's a master gardener, and those videos are terrific. Take a look at those. And the amaryllis came up, and it was absolutely like fireworks. I have never seen anything so red and so beautiful. But I'm thinking it's about done. And the beauty of a garden is you know, it's like when you go to England and you're there like in May and June, you think, oh my gosh, everything is in bloom. Everything is in bloom. How did they get it all to be in bloom at the same time? Here it's staggered. So I have some beautiful things. They're going to go. Some other beautiful things are going to come. And so it's just all year because I'm in a year-round environment here. So I have camellias that are starting to pop before Christmas, and they bloom. This is the last of the blooms, these two, and it's the end of April. So I have camellias for 4 months, which is fantastic. And I have the Mexican sunflower I cut back a lot, but it's blooming probably half the year. And the African blue basil is blooming all year. It's the bees' number one favorite. Now, bees love borage, and I have a wonderful video I did some years ago called Bees Love Borage or something like that. And I'll put the link right up there. And I had so much borage. The whole garden was borage. But borage comes and goes. It grows very fast. It gets very top heavy. It falls over. It gets aphids, and it's done. Unlike the African blue basil, which just keeps on going like an ever-ready battery. Let's see. Who's leaving? M-U-H. Yeah, William. Thank you, Hayden. Thank you for remembering that video. Oh, thank you, Travis. Have a wonderful day yourself. And so the video you have to look forward to on Thursday is, once again, I had a bunch of volunteers. Last year, I think I had 45 volunteer tomato plants, which I tried growing them all. And this year, I had a whole bunch that came up in the worm compost underneath one of the cardamom plants. And so you'll see me transplanting those and other volunteers in the Thursday workday video. Eric has not managed to get back over here on a day when I'm here. And so this is just not working out. I don't know how I'm going to get that done because I do have, a garden. A lot of the garden is just plain grunt work. In fact, I had a tab on my website blog called Grunt Work, and I had some blogs. In the beginning, I published a blog every week on my website. This is before I started vlogging. This is when I had 2 episodes a month of Late Bloomer, and I had a production team. And so I spent a lot of time on my website, and now that I'm editing all the time, it's just impossible. So, but a lot of jobs in the garden are just grunt work, and that's what I call it. You've got to get it done. It's just hard work that you've got to get done. And I need to get him over here to help me do some of those. I've got a whole big section of succulents over there that are just being completely ignored. They need to be washed brought out into the light, repotted, redistributed, fed. And, because of this bee removal on the side of my shed, that shed inside is still a wreck and has to be hammered back together, the bench. And, it's just a lot of stuff like that. My shed on that side is just a disaster. Every single thing needs to come out and get organized. Okay, that is all alkaline. Everyone is probably aware by now that most disease is caused by inflammation. And if you start your day with an alkaline drink like that, you are doing yourself a favor. That is strong. Patrick, I'm going to answer that question. Let's see. Oh, well, Richard, yeah, they've already answered you. It's just something that pops up on its own. Self-seeders, it happens two ways. It happens by plants that have fine seeds that get blown in the wind or distributed by birds, and all of a sudden you see these things coming up all over. Like right now, I have Sweet Annie all over. We could walk around and we could probably find 20 plants that are just coming up, even in this hard dirt walkway. And then the other way is in your compost. If you throw a tomato in your compost, like in your worm bin, Eric put a few handfuls of that worm compost into those 2 cardamom pots. And I just looked in there the other day and I noticed that they were coming up like there were like 40 or 50 of them just in a section of dirt that big. So it was just obviously there was one whole tomato that went into that worm bin. And when he grabbed that handful, it had 50 or 60 seeds in there. So it's really hard for me not to plant something that goes to the trouble to germinate and sprout. But I have such limited space here, and they can't go all in the ground. And maintaining pots, I do maintain a lot of pots, and you can grow food in containers. And I've done videos on that. But it is more work because, when they're in the ground, you don't have to water as much. And you have more biodiversity in the ground because you got, I try to put earthworms in every single container so that they are eating. And then I also put a handful of coffee grounds in every container, which is organic matter. And so they are eating those undigested bits of various coffee grounds and whatever you stick in your pot. And they can be happy living in your containers. You just can't let them go dry because worms have to have moisture to move around. Let's see. So those are the 2 ways that you get volunteers. So I have a lot of volunteers of borage coming up. Borage is a major self-seeder, and so is nasturtium. All of the nasturtium, it's hard to see, but all of that nasturtium all around my garden, you'll see it in my next video, is all I didn't plant one seed, nor last year. It all came back on its own. Patrick, to answer your question, because I know you're new to my channel, is he's asking why I decided to be on YouTube. Well, YouTube, when I started, was 2012. YouTube was in its infancy, and I couldn't even find a garden channel on YouTube. I saw one on Hulu. Hulu was a brand new baby in 2012 too, and there was a garden show on YouTube. It was actually produced by someone, and she was just the host, so she didn't have to do everything herself. And the videos were 20 minutes long and very boring. So I won't mention names. I don't even remember the name, to tell you the truth. And I thought, I can be funny, I can be interesting, I can be informative, educational, and since I've been an actor since 1980, I can use my ease in front of the camera, my on-camera skills as well. I'm a photographer. I've been working seriously in photography since 1995. And so I can combine those skills. And we had just, at that time, the iPhone 4 had just come out with the selfie side of the camera. And what I didn't know, because I hadn't bothered to look it up, is that the selfie side of the iPhone 4 was 0.3 megapixel. Not even 1 megapixel was the selfie side. The selfie side. Now, this side was 3 megapixels. So it was 9 times less resolution to shoot the selfie side. And at that time, the selfie side was 4:3, not 16:9. So when I started, I thought, oh, hey, I can do this. I can just shoot my own video. Everybody today, it's so much easier with the cell phones today. But then it was a whole new idea, and I was sort of breaking new ground. And I thought, I can do this and accomplish this on my own, shoot it myself. And then when I sent this footage to my editor, she goes, "Why is all the footage of you low resolution and 4:3, and everything else looks pretty good, that you're shooting?" And I'm going, I don't know. And so I found out very quickly that that would not do, and I had to go and buy a camera. Unfortunately, I got into the Sony cameras. The Sony cameras were great in terms of still shots and taking stills of bugs and diseases and all of that stuff. And since I had an editor, I didn't realize how much. Tell me if I'm going on too long on this. You guys are talking about trees. Okay. I'll just keep talking about this. You guys talk about turmeric and trees and stuff. Anyway, to answer Patrick's question, I felt like that I could be of service, and I've been an environmentalist since I was 20, and a food activist since 2000, and so I just felt like I could bring all my skills together. And I took the grass out of my front yard and planted 2 citrus trees, planted some herbs, and I never looked back. And both of my grandparents were farmers. So I really tapped into my roots, and literally, and, I just want to make the world a better place, and YouTube is the best place to do that. It's free, and it can reach people all over the world, and people of all economic backgrounds can access the same information. But just like anything else, you need support when you're doing a channel. You need financial support. And fortunately, we have ways of accomplishing that today, which we did not have in 2012. And so I have added all of my links at the top there. I forgot to add my Amazon link. And I don't know if the Amazon works in outside of the country. I actually don't even know that. But I'm going to put it here, and if anybody would be so kind as to go through my Amazon link when they're ordering anything, everything helps. I checked yesterday. I've been doing this now for, I don't know, 2 months maybe. I maybe got it up a month or two ago, and I've made $27. Part of that from me. So you're not going to get rich, but everything helps. Okay, Richard. Hey, Jamela, finally. Hey, Deadly Wound. Uh-oh, Daryl. Beware. Daryl's warning. How will I know? I just picked up a bag yesterday. I picked up 20 pounds. Something's killing the black walnut trees in Tennessee, Eric, and you're going to hear about that in part 3 from Tennessee. But the free coffee grounds. So you're saying it's not good to use the free coffee grounds. I just picked up 20 pounds from Coffee Bean yesterday. So you're saying I shouldn't use that? I thought I was going to be doing my garden a favor. Anyway, Jamela is here from Trinidad and Tobago, and I'm putting you on the list. And I just feel sure you were here last week, and I didn't have you on here. These are my countries. It's a little green juice I spilled there. There's my countries. Today I haven't heard from the Netherlands, which surprises me. Or Slovenia or Ireland, Japan, Australia, Oman, Philippines. And Maddie, Maddie, where are you? Not sure I have your country down. Oh, Patrick, thanks so much. Yes, get some sleep. We can talk about all that later. Oh my God, 90 gallons of coffee grounds. No kidding. City Homestead is saying that the Starbucks grounds killed her plants. Iceland, I knew that. Maddie, were you here last week? Because if you were, I didn't get it on the list. And I'm going to keep this, and I'm going to keep checking people off, making sure I have my countries. Well, that concerns me. I was going to put coffee grounds all over the garden because I haven't done it in a while. I also have to be certified. I'm not willing to jump through the hoops. So I tell customers I grow organically. What are you doing? I think there's some mating going on up there. It sounds unusual. Starbucks chicks. Thank you, Beeper Keeper. I really appreciate that. I mean, Beeper Beeper. Wait. I'm just Starbucks chicks. They're being Richard, what are you saying about Starbucks? I cannot. You need to translate that sentence. Eggshells are good for the soil. Although Daryl might say they have to be organic eggs. Would you say that's true, Daryl? That eggshells that are not raised organically should be used in the garden? Oh, they cook their beans too hot. I see. Okay, Maddie, that's okay. I'm going to try to do this every week, everybody, just because it's so great to check in with everybody. If that's what you would like, please let me know. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Oh, I wish I had some pho. Right now, I am cold and it would be so wonderful. Oh dear, Daryl would say that, you know, I only buy organic eggs, but I mean, I get eggs from an Amish farm, and I don't think the Amish are certified organic, but I don't think they use chemicals either. Well, I know you'll say that, Daryl, but will everybody else? That's the thing. This is the last Sunday in April. Oh my gosh, it's 9:28. Okay, we just got a couple of minutes, everybody. If anybody else wants to ask anybody questions, get those questions asked quickly. Right. But that would be okay, right? The eggshells from the Amish farm. I mean, come on. I mean, but the question is, Richard, when is the best time? Because I can get this group of people, which is 23 people, 52, there are 52 likes. So we've had as many as, I don't know how many, what the peak was, but some people have changed over. But at least 52 people have checked in. This is a great time for me if I don't go to church, which I do like to go to church every now and then. And what are other good times? Because I know a lot of people do live streams in the evenings. And I know a lot of people do live streams on Saturdays. So when is another good time? Right, Eric. I mean, I know. It has less of a meaning all the time, and the USDA, I'm sorry, but the USDA and the CDC and all of those government agencies, the whatever, you know, they're all pressured by chemical companies to not do the right thing in terms of our food, water, air, soil, organic. I mean, I was shocked out of my mind when a farmer from the Midwest told me that you can have, according to the USDA standards, you can have a factory chicken house of 25,000 chickens. And as long as you have a 10 by 10 foot concrete pad for them to step outside of the building, they can be called free range. Oh dear God, really? Daryl has just said, well, you can read his comment there. So is all cottonseed meal? No, it is. It's cotton is one of the most heavily sprayed. And I'm just glad when my mother was picking cotton, that was before Roundup and whatever else. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. Are you talking about chickens, Daryl? They never go outside? No, I know. They can't. I think the point you mean is, you're finishing my point, is that they can step outside on this 10-foot pad, but they don't because the food and the water is inside, right? It's crazy. I can see City Homestead. I can see your comment. So it is on. Maybe you pushed a button or something to click off the chat by accident. If anybody is so moved, you have another minute or two to hit that $sign and give me a little support for my channel. I am going to have to go because I've got a makeup class in Hollywood, and I'll be leaving here in about 20 minutes. And I've got to get some food ready and all that stuff. So, all right. So let's see. Let's figure that. What is next week? Next Sunday would be. Oh my goodness! Next Sunday is Mother's Day. No, that can't be right. Wait, what is today? Is the 28th? No, it's May 5th. Sorry, Cinco de Mayo. Next Sunday is Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, first day of Ramadan, according to my phone. And we shall have a live stream at 8 a.m. How does that sound? Can I get a thumbs up from everybody? Yes, that is a shocker, Richard. City Homestead, that's no good. When is good for you, City Homestead? Because we could also do it on Saturday morning at 8 o'clock, but I know a lot of people work. 8 a.m. my time, yeah, Pacific Standard Time. Just like today. May 5th, Sunday, May 5th, Eric. Is that good? Come here. Come on. You know, they don't have that purified sugar in my grocery store, they only have, the good quality sugar, and you see that syrup in there is not perfectly clear. I'm not sure that that's healthy for the hummingbirds, but Zully, where are you writing from, Zully? I just noticed you. May 5th. May 5th. Okay. We're on for May 5th at 8 a.m. It's not. Afi, no, I don't. I get lizards, but I haven't seen my lizard in a while. Oh my God, Mary, you're just tuning in and we're just getting off. You're going to have to watch the replay. I have a class I have to get to. And sure. Yes, you have to be very careful what you put in your. Good morning. Do you want to say hi? Yes, you have to be very careful what you feed to your hummingbirds. And okay, Laura. So I guess I'll see you. And Mary, can you tune in next time at? We're going to do next Sunday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you, Richard. Yes, probably, Afi, but hopefully it wasn't a poisonous snake, and you have to just be careful. I don't know what's happened to my lizard. We made some changes. There's not as much ground cover over there, and it may have just moved on. I'd like to think it was still back there somewhere. Oh, you must have hummingbirds everywhere. I wouldn't mind going to Trinidad. I have a very old friend in New York who's from Trinidad, one of my best friends, and but I don't think he's been back there for decades. Anyway, I need some breakfast before I go, and I am going to sign off. If you have not hit the like button, go ahead and hit that. And you're lucky to have salamanders. I mean, amphibians are really, really endangered. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in and showing me the love, and I really, really appreciate it. And hey, real man, we're just getting off. Tune in May 5th at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And Alma, thank you so much. Yeah, real man. Can you watch the replay? Because I got to go to a class. And I love all you guys. And thanks so much for your support. Please consider using my Amazon link for all your purchases. All you got to do is go through my link, which is in the top of the chat window. And I'll get a small commission for anything you buy there. And all the rest. And stay tuned for tomorrow. I got part 3, the final part of my trip to Tennessee with our hunt for morels in the Tennessee forest. All right. Thanks so much. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day.